see on mine. Here.
Oh, don't forget the cap. Where's the cap?
PolymerP2. If you keep the cap on.
This Mary's not supposed to try. Yes.
If you keep the cap zero, all the equipment.
There's something on mine. PolymerP2.
Whatever the green
PolymerP2.
it could try it,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Something's on mine.
No, you're okay. Just give it some time. Let it work. Let it work. All right, you guys, do me a favor. Take your experiment, because you need the space in front of you. Put it carefully. Put it behind you. If you want, you can do this. This is a great way to take it, because you're going to get to take this home. Put it, both of them in the middle like this, and then you're going to fold it, and then fold it again, and then put it behind you. That way it can dry, and it also doesn't get squished out.
I did only one.
Mine's upside down.
Which one did you forget? Okay, you have to do the green.
Mine's upside down.
Wait,
That's fine.
should I?
Yep. Go ahead and carefully
yours not
fold
upside
it like that. And fold this one. All right, that's it. You're good to go.
Mine's fell off.
All right.
I put mine on the bottom.
Okay, let's make sure to touch the lining.
Look.
All right, up. Good job.
PolymerP2.
Yes, sir.
I see a little blue right
All
here.
right, nice, lovely. All right, put it behind you. That's a fragrant sound. All right, guys, take it. Wait, careful.
Have blue on the bottom.
You see some of the colors are shining through, huh? Crazy.
No.
All right.
Yeah, and also I see green.
Careful, put it behind you.
I see craters. Yellow. Look, there's
All right, let me get everyone
right
crisscross and your hands and your left. Now I need everyone's eyes this way so I can show what we're doing next. All right, you're ready. If we're making noise and we're talking, we are not ready. She's ready. He's ready. You are. Now we're all ready. Perfect. Okay. Now this next experiment. Oh no, you put it behind you because you're going to get to keep it and take it home. It's going to keep changing. Oh, can you put it behind you so that because you're going to need the space in front of you for this next experiment. Now let me show you something here. In this here little cup, I have a chemical. Now in science, we define a chemical is anything that you used in what we call a chemical process, which just means when you're mixing chemicals together. So water can be considered a chemical if you're using it when you're for doing a chemical process. Now,
Are we going to put both the colors together?
well, let me show you what we're going to do. Take a look at this little chemical substance in here. It's kind of purpley, kind of icky, kind of sticky, right? Now, let me ask you, is this, what do you think, is it a gas, is it a solid, or is it a liquid?
A liquid.
Yeah, looks like a liquid, right? It's taking the shape of the cup.
It looks like gum.
That looks like gum.
It looks like yogurt.
Now, boys and girls, take a look at this chemical right here. Oh, no, I need to sit in crisscross.
Looks
Thank you very
like a
much.
tongue.
Okay, now, take a look at this chemical. Does this chemical look like it's the same as this chemical?
No.
No. They're totally different. Now, is this a gas, a liquid, or a solid? It's,
Liquid.
is it a solid?
No.
No. It's moving like, remember, it's taking the shape of the cup. It's a liquid, very good. It's like water, but this is not water. Okay? So this is one chemical, and this is a different chemical. Now today, we're going to learn about a thing that we call in science, stomach. It's called,
lemonade.
it's called,
Lemonade.
but
It's not lemonade.
Dominic, hold up a second. What we're going to learn about is a thing that we call a chemical reaction. What do we call it?
A chemical reaction.
Now, this is what a chemical reaction is. Very simply, when you take one chemical and you mix it with a different chemical, okay, when you put these two together, something happens. A third thing comes out that's not like this, and it's not like that. Okay? It's nothing like the first two chemicals that you work with. That's a chemical reaction. And in a chemical reaction, once you mix these two together, you can't go back. You can't go back to this chemical, and you can't go back to that chemical. That's the chemical reaction. And that's what we're going to do. So watch. We're going to be using these guys right here. They're pipettes. Let me show you how they work. Okay, it's very simple. You take the pipette, you're going to put it in the chemical. Then you squeeze the bulb, and then you just let go. Don't take it out. Just let go. Now what happened? Fill it up with liquid, right?
Yeah.
How do I get the liquid out? You said it. All I have to do is just squeeze it again, and it comes right out. Now be careful, because this is what some people do. They take it, they put it in here, they take it out, and then they let go. Did I get any liquid?
No.
You have to let go in the water. So put it in, squeeze it, and out. Do I take it out or do I let go? That's it. Just let go. Now this is what you're going to do. Take this chemical, you're going to put it inside this cup, but do not let the tip of the pipette touch the purple stuff. Because if it does, what will happen is the chemical reaction will take place inside the pipette. It'll clog it up, and then I can't use it. I can only throw it away. So this is what you do. You're going to take a squirt. Thank you. Take a squirt in there like that. Okay. You're going to put 2 squirts. And then very carefully start to mix. Okay. I don't want the chemical reaction to come out of the cup. Okay. Start mixing. Now little by little, you're going to start to notice that something's happening, boys and girls. What's happening?
It's turning harder. It's turning harder.
It is. Do you think, is it still a liquid inside?
No.
What state of matter? Do you think it's a gas, a liquid, or a solid? You think it's more of a solid? Let's see. I'm going to take it out of the cup for just a second. Now this is, I don't want you guys, don't take it out of the cup until I check, because it might not be ready. So actually, mine's not quite ready yet, so I'm going to put a couple more squirts. Just like that. Now here's the fun part. Okay. After it's ready, you want to give it a little twist like that. You see I'm twisting it on the stick, roll it around, and then... Do we put this in our mouth? No. Boys and girls, in science, we never put anything in our mouth or our nose or our eyes or rub our ears. Okay. Now this is what you're going to do. After, when I check it and I say it's, and I think it's okay. So, oh, see, mine's still a little bit sticky, so I need to put a little bit more of my silly solution.
It's like solid. Yeah.
It's just, exactly.
It's getting hard.
It's getting hard. Was it hard in here or in the cup? It was just a liquid, right? Exactly. But when we mix it, that's the nature of a chemical reaction. It's totally different. All right. Now you see how it's not sticking to my finger? This is what you're going to do. You're going to take it, you're going to put it in your hand, just like this. Now, don't crush it. Gently roll it back and forth, just like this. Because what's going to happen is it's going to start to dry. Yeah, you don't want to crush it because it'll get all over in between your fingers. See what I'm doing? I'm gently. I'm not crushing it. It might. Now, after a little bit of time, what's going to happen is the chemicals are going to, see, they're still working inside. You'll see it's kind of squishy. But after a little bit of time, what's going to happen, it's going to start to dry up. And as it gets dry, whoops, that's not quite there yet. Now, oh, hold on one second. Now, let me, let's say if you're mixing it, now this stuff I still need a little bit, I took it a little bit too early, so I'm going to put a little more of this chemical. Now, what we're making is a thing that we call space mud. Now, what you can do with this stuff, you can stretch it. Now, if you break it into little pieces like this, guess what? Don't worry, because all you have to do is just take the pieces and put it back together again, just like so. Hold it in your hand, and then it's going to melt back into itself. Now, what's going to happen is, after a little bit of time, the more you do it, the harder it's going to get. It's going to turn into a substance that's very, very similar to rubber. It's going to bounce like a rubber ball. All right, you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Now, let's say, oh, you guys see how I have some stuff on my fingers? Yeah. That's okay. All I have to do is this. I just put some of this stuff on my hands, and then I just rub it together, and the stuff comes right out.
Cool.
Okay? All right, are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get you guys your cups.
Put the whole ball in the water.
No, we don't want to put the whole ball in the water. Let's just see. See, this start, the more you mix it, the harder it's going to get, the more it's going to bounce. Okay, are you guys ready? Now, Dominic, I got a question for you and for everybody. Boys and girls, do we take it out of the cup before I check it?
No.
No, because if you do, you'll take it out too early, and then you'll make a big mess on the carpet. So, oh, also, in this experiment, do everything, when you're mixing it, mix it on the paper towel. Because that way, if it spills on the paper towel, and it doesn't spill on the floor. Okay? One for you. Thank you for saying thank you. Thank you. All right, this here's, that's yours. Yes, ma'am. That is a really good question, and the answer is yes, it will, but I'll show you how to not let it dry.
Oh, yeah?
Same thing.
Thank you.
Same thing. Yeah, one second.
See, he's pouring it like that's like the. She ate the yogurt.
Right.
She ate the yogurt.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It looks like yogurt.
You guys? We're going to share some
ball,
biscuits. So
that's
careful.
the
Watch your feet because you don't want to knock this over. There you go.
Polymer pack.
We're going to share from
How
here.
do you not make a jar?
What you do is, I'm going to give you a bag, and we're going to keep it in a bag. You guys are going to share. Let me get a different cup here.
See? You get one and I get one.
Who's Reba gonna share with?
Who's Reba gonna share with? Who's Reba gonna share with?
Should share with them.
They're gonna share.
Oh.
Remember, don't let the
That's enough.
Oh no! Don't let the
Edward.
pipette touch the purple stuff.
And then let it
Remember.
go.
We're sharing.
Then let it go.
All right.
Abby, we're sharing.
And then let it go.
Okay, good. Now grab it and put a square. Okay, actually, you know what? You're okay. Go ahead and start to mix. You don't want to put too much in to start with, okay? Go ahead there. Go ahead and start mixing. All right, you go ahead and get some. Go ahead and start mixing. Let's
Is
see
this
you guys.
good?
Yes, perfect. Put it in there. Okay, you can start mixing.
I am getting a little like dirty gum.
Yeah, you don't want to chew that. All right, good job. Keep mixing. Keep mixing.
I want to get a lot.
You don't need a lot. Let's see.
I'm only getting like a little bit out of it.
That's fine. You can go and start mixing.
Should I make?
Yep, mix. As soon as you put one squirt in, you can start mixing. Then you
I
just gonna
put
keep
2
adding.
squirts.
Perfect. Mix.
I did 2 too.
Perfect. Mix.
I put a million squares. Wow. Look at this.
It's getting all
Let me take that.
gooey.